The human mind is a mysterious world. Sometimes our internal thoughts race so fast that silence simply cannot contain them. The best tool to bring order to this mental chaos is your own voice. In today's episode, we will explore the scientific benefits of self-talk, the habit of talking to yourself. To understand the complexities of science in the simplest way, subscribe to our channel, Simplified Psychology. If you have ever been caught mid-sentence while alone in a room, you know that split-second feeling of embarrassment. We have been conditioned to believe that vocalizing our inner monologue is a sign of instability. But it is time to flip the script. Psychology reveals that this habit isn't a lapse in sanity, it is a high-level cognitive tool used by some of the most profound minds in history. You aren't going crazy, you are effectively upgrading your brain's operating system. From mental traffic to laser focus. Think of your internal thoughts as a crowded subway station during rush hour, chaotic, overlapping, and loud. When you keep those thoughts trapped in your head, they compete for limited working memory. However, the moment you speak them out loud, you engage in external processing. Science confirms that vocalization acts as a targeting system. A famous study showed that participants who narrated their search for an object found it 50% faster than those who remained silent. By speaking, you transform a vague mental image into a concrete physical command, forcing your brain to filter out distractions and lock onto the goal. The neural symphony, activating the full grid. Most people think with only a fraction of their brain's potential. When you talk to yourself, you initiate a neural symphony. You aren't just thinking, you are engaging. The speech center, Broca's area. To formulate the words, the auditory cortex. To hear and process the feedback, the prefrontal cortex. To strategize and solve the problem. This multisensory loop reduces cognitive load. Whether you are narrating a recipe like a TV chef or walking through a complex coding error, you are creating a feedback loop that makes information stickier and logic more transparent. The Einstein frequency, the speed of genius. History's greatest innovators weren't just silent observers, they were vocal orchestrators. Albert Einstein was known to repeat his sentences softly to himself, a habit that persisted even as he untangled the laws of the universe at Princeton. Nikola Tesla narrated his inventions into existence, using his voice to stabilize the complex visual machinery in his mind. For these giants, the mental processor was simply running too fast for the confines of silence. Their voices were the bridge between abstract genius and physical reality. When you talk to yourself, you are operating on that same frequency, refusing to let your best ideas die in the silence of your mind. One of the most powerful psychological benefits of self-talk is self-distancing. When you are overwhelmed, you are in the problem. But when you talk to yourself, especially if you use your own name or the second person, okay, name, here's what we need to do next, something remarkable happens. You shift from the emotional victim of a situation to the objective consultant. You create a psychological gap that allows you to regulate intense emotions, manage high-stress environments like surgeons or elite athletes, maintain focus under immense pressure. The next time someone catches you in a deep conversation with yourself and gives you a confused look, remember this: they are hearing noise, but you are conducting a masterclass. Silence is often mistaken for depth, but your voice is the tool that carves clarity out of confusion. You aren't talking to yourself because you lack a companion. You are talking to yourself because you are the most qualified expert in the room to handle your own life. You are the strategist, the therapist, and the visionary all at once.